Ok, continuiamo a parlare di intelligenza artificiale perché come avete capito ovviamente ci sta condizionando e cambiando la vita ogni giorno di più. In 5 anni c'è qualcuno che dice che cambierà tutto, questo lo vedremo, però continuiamo a parlarne e lo facciamo con un'altra persona americana. Lei, pensate, per LinkedIn è la teacher, l'istruttrice ufficiale di Generative AI. Da Forbes è stata definita colei che ha portato l'intelligenza artificiale a Hollywood. È un'imprenditrice, un'artista, un personaggio davvero completo. Sono molto felice di dare il benvenuto per la prima volta in Italia a Pinar Demirdag.
Hello! So nice to meet you all. I'm here visiting you from Boston, United States. Thank you so much giving your valuable time to me. Today I will be sharing with you 7 of the valuable insights I discovered as an entrepreneur in the age of AI. Some of them will be business and some of them will be existentially related, so let's get into it. For those that are meeting me for the first time, I'm the generative AI instructor of a small startup called LinkedIn. I'm joking. If you're new to generative AI or AI, please have a look at my course. It's so easy to digest. It's watched by millions and translated to numerous languages. I'm also the CEO and the co-founder of Cuebric, the software platform that's bringing AI and generative AI into the hands of the world's most talented creatives and filmmakers. Our solution is adopted by several world-leading studios and creators, and I will get there in the next minutes. The meaning of my life is progress, and I intuitively realized that if you want to be an entrepreneur, especially in this day and age, you should be obsessed with progress. And the reason why I will be sharing with you my insights in life is that they have worked as like cracks that opened my psyche into adopting an entirely new worldview. So that really made change my life. And I'm hoping that the way I learned them, I'm hoping that they will inspire you in changing your life as well. The first insight is that the only thing that stops me is the fear in my head. In 2011, I was one of the first people to use face tracking technology for a creative use. I did this music video that you're seeing here for Diplo. For those that don't know Diplo, he's like a famous DJ, where I use myself, that's the person. I put myself behind a body mask, and I sang along the lyrics. But what I did afterwards is that I made an app, a desktop app, where I turned all my friends into little bunnies. And then I said to myself, oh, it wouldn't be so cool like to have like a phone app where all my friends can turn into Animal Kingdom and we can chat with each other. So I came up with the idea of a Snapchat, but 3 years before. But then I convinced myself not to do it because I was scared. Oh, I have to find investment. I'm not an entrepreneur. It's going to be a lot of time. What if I fail? Then I realized that, again, I'm the only one that stops myself. And the second one, AI is nothing but a tool in the service of me. It's just a tool. The way I discovered that is that I received an email from Google in 2017 saying that the top row is their invention of generative AI, basically the early days, and the bottom row is my art as an artist. And they were like, oh, they so look alike. Let me translate what they said. It's like, we started pushing some buttons and pulling some sliders and started making art like you. What do you think about that? This was 7 years ago, and right now the common, I would say, reaction to AI is to be afraid of that. Like, oh, it's going to kill me, it's going to take over me, and I'm going to be dead. But actually, back in the days, I was like, oh, yeah, cool, so everybody can make art like me? That's amazing. So I was not scared of AI. I was interested. I was excited. So we built one of the world's first AI tools together with Google for everyone, including my mom, to be able to make art with. So that's why I learned that AI is just a tool. And my third insight, intent, curiosity, and fun are the necessary ingredients to become an entrepreneur. After that, after art, I decided to carry AI into filmmaking. And together with the co-founder of my current company, we first had the world's first generative AI production company, where we did the world's first generative AI commercial that you're seeing here in 2021, and we did the world's first generative AI visual effects for a future film. These are super fun things. Our life was perfect. We were making tons of money, and we were working for the film industry, but this felt like it was not enough. We needed something more. We wanted to achieve greater things. And while we were visiting a virtual production stage, a big film stage in Hollywood, our friends were complaining about background production costs are very high for camera trackable environments. And we said, out of fun and to please our friends, to make them happy, oh, we can build a small tool for you to cut some costs and we will be gifting it to you. You see, we didn't think about like money, investment, or like all the things that sometimes may give you scare. We just had fun. And that resulted in our tool basically exploding in media and becoming the tool that we are and serving the film industry. And that's when I realized that if you want to be an entrepreneur, just have fun. Don't think about it will return your investment or whatever. Just have an intent and enjoy yourself. Fourth insight, thank you. Fourth insight, machines will always make better machines than humans. And if I want to excel in the age of AI, I have to help humans be better humans. I would argue that this may be the most important insight that I'm going to give you, because currently there's a lot of, I would say, mistalk or sort of like a misconception that AI will replace us, that we will stop having jobs, AI will take over, and we will be somewhere between dead and meaningless. I completely disagree. I think AI is there to help us accelerate in our workflow, but the only ingredient is that we have to be comfortable and confident about who we are. So our tool, Cuebric, accelerates the production time and cuts down the production cost and production time. But if you're cutting production time, you have to eliminate something, right? So you can ask me, oh, are you eliminating humans? No, we are not eliminating humans. We made this tool for humans to go faster in their production cycle. What we have done is that, it's a bit of a complicated term, but you have, in order for a background to be camera trackable, it needs to be three-dimensional, or it needs to be 2.5D. So we identified what are the most, I would say, tedious, robotic, repetitive, and uninteresting parts of preparing 2.5D workflow. For example, calculating the distances by hand, or turning two-dimensional plates into three-dimensional. These are very time-consuming and very boring parts, very mechanical, very, I would say, robotic parts of being a creative for filmmaking. So we have utilized an AI for every part that was boring to be a human for, in order for humans to become what they're meant to be, visionaries and creatives. That's why machines will always make better machines. If you're inventing and developing in the AI space, identify what makes humans better humans and use AIs for everything else. My fifth insight is that being able to prioritize correctly is the #1 responsibility of a product developer. And of all the priorities you can choose, having the best quality will always come first. Let me illustrate. I would like to introduce you to an AI function. It's called in-painting, technically, but we call it AI brush. Basically, it's your ability to select an area in your production, let's say that mechanical monster, and turn it into a dinosaur or a cat. It's super fun. So Cuebric, our tool, is not the only tool that enables you that in the market, but we are the youngest tool. All the other tools are more famous, more old, more recognized. But in order to make a mark, we needed to be the best. So this is an empty scene, right? And all I'm interested in is to bring a scary green dinosaur. This is what you can do with our tool. This is what you can do. This is another green dinosaur, dragon by another tool. As you can see, it's not very believable or cinematic. Here is the green dragon by another tool. Again, it's not ideal. Here is another one. It didn't even create the whole dragon. And here is another one. There's no dragon because it couldn't produce. And again, this is the dragon that you can create with our tool. Do you know, you all know the story of David and Goliath. There's a world, a tiny little mosquito can bring down an elephant. And it doesn't matter how small you are, you can always bring down an elephant by being confident and by putting your attention in the quality of your product. And I have two other insights that are left. And you know that I told you that I will start with business and I will go into existential realizations. The last two are existential realizations. You know the saying, if it doesn't kill you, it makes you stronger. As an entrepreneur, life will always throw at you the best and the absolute worst. If ever you do not change your mindset in embracing and loving and being completely content with what life brings you as challenges, you can never stand erect. Actually, life has been throwing me several different things since I started being an entrepreneur, but I would argue that the hardest came 3 months ago. The other co-founder of my company, who was also my husband, passed away 3 months ago. It's crazy, I know, and please don't feel sorry for me, because I don't feel sorry for myself. I made a choice. I can either go down spiral with every challenges that life brings me, from market to pricing to customers to the death of my husband, the other co-founder of Cuebric, or I can go upward spiral and choose this as a blessing to become a more powerful version of myself. Actually, what made me realize that is that I remember the heroes of my 3 favorite movies. You all know, I don't have to name you the movies here. The first one, you know, the Godfather becomes Godfather after his father passes away. Luke Skywalker realizes that he wants to be a Jedi, a powerful Jedi, after discovering the death of his uncle and auntie. And Neo becomes the one after his own death. So life will throw at you problems, but if you want to be successful, you have to make sure that the challenges become your best friends. And my last insight is that it's, again, another existential one. Your perspective today defines your future tomorrow. Everybody will invite you in saying that you're a small company, especially when you're going 0 to 1. But actually, it will be your choice to correct everyone and say, I'm not a small company, I'm a young billion-dollar company. So I want to share you some crazy insights. According to Microsoft and a lot of other research, people that did research, companies that did research, 85% of all jobs will be displaced or changed after the AI revolution. What does that mean? That means that unless we significantly change something about our education system, all the kids that are studying today and tomorrow will be lost by the end of their education. It's very important. I know that this is a nationwide event. I hope that there are representatives of the education system that are here or that are listening. Cuebric, because we believe that we're a powerful company that is simply young, we decided to make an agreement with America's largest STEM education network in changing the American education system from reading, writing, and arithmetic, meaning learning by heart-based education, to creative-based education. And that's why we're currently doing case studies and giving our tool in the hands of educators in the United States for them to give homework or develop new learning modules where students are invited to think creatively, critical thinking, and inviting them to be curious and co-creating with AI. Currently, this is only available in US education system. The next that we will be giving will be Middle East, and he knows maybe the next one will be Italy. Thank you so much. This was my latest, the 7th one. Please come find me. I would love to get to know you and learn from you as well. Thank you.